Nothing the scoreline. 10 minutes gone, first quarter. Coleman again. That's Tunks. Very obvious that both these clubs want this KB Cup pot of gold. Coming fast is the winger Brown. Oh, and Greg Mackey went within an ace of pulling off what... This is Brad Wall playing it. And now Tim Sheens. Platt's coming on the run, but Simmons gets a pass to Fenton. And now Foster and Platts. Not a bad crowd here tonight. You know, we often get letters from people saying there doesn't appear to be anybody there, and that's probably right. Our cameras are shooting away from the stand area. Here's a chance for Penrith as Sheens gives Mark Levy an open gate to run through, and he's in. Yes, Levy scores the first try of the match. Good stuff from the Panthers. A very good chance for South to equal up before the break. This is Arneal. And they're inside the 22 line for Coleman. Now to Mackey. He steps and stutters and tries to go around Levy, but the Penrith 5'8" contains him. Now it's back for Squadrito to shape as though he's going to kick, and then takes the tackle. They've only got about 15 seconds to do something. Peter Tunks is going to take it up for probably the last. They still haven't gone anywhere, South. The Penrith defence is very good at the moment. That bomb off the boot of Squadrito may have found a couple of South players offside. Dan has put it down. Brown has got the ball, and I think he's in for a South Sydney try. He is. It's a try to South, scored by Stan Brown off the Squadrito bomb. He scored in the 17th minute. Here's Platts now. His dad was at Tweed Heads to see his son play a major role in the victory over Parramatta. And they both had very broad grins on their faces at the end of that. The bomb for Penrith, a chance for the Panthers. Rod Wright's got the ball, has he? He's put it down behind. And it's been forced, I do think, by South Sydney. And referee Danzy is going to order a line dropout, which indicates that's what happened. Captain Joe Squadrito coming up with it. Looking through this South Sydney side. My goodness, they look to be a small bunch. Bringing it back now is Ken Wolfe. Oh. And almost going right through.
Well, certainly that's going to be a very important tactic as far as Penrith are concerned. I was surprised with the ease with which Kevin Wolfe went through the South Sydney defence too, and Billy Anderson certainly wouldn't be happy with their opening 5 minutes in this second quarter.
Platts. Platts! A metre short.
Good tackle by Loftus then.
Foster, the dummy half. Brad Waugh shows it. Still a metre out. 5-3, the Rabbits leading. And I do believe they're across, but maybe held up or forced back. Have they been? Yes, forced back is Roy Simmons. Taps it forward, and it's South's ball.
Gee, they've got... Fenton, the Penrith lock forward, is probably the only one that's putting any real effort into his attacking play, and certainly as far as the forwards are concerned anyhow, but they're making good inroads in the backs.
Rod Wright making a fine break. And a scrum to go down. And Penrith again coming up with the scrum win. Foster proving a hard target out there, no marker. And he fell over after playing the ball. So running with it is Lou Platts. He must be almost across. He's popped a pass down. Foster's still there with him, but he's been unable to ground it. And it will be a 5-metre scrum. Injury. Out to Foster. A dummy by Sheens and given back to Foster. Rod Wright. There's a doubtful pass in there. Danzy's got it.
He was unlucky though, wasn't it? Because it was a very well-rehearsed move. And
yeah, well, we haven't fared the best with players either.
That is true. But by the same token, that understanding seems to be lacking in the Rabbitoh attack.
Well, I don't think they're playing any different to how I thought they'd play, regardless of who they put in.
Well, John, thanks for talking to me.
Righto, thank you.
Rampling putting the ball down for South. Picked up by Fenton. 11 metres on the Penrith side of the halfway. This is Tim Sheens. A pop to Flay, and then Levy arrived too late. Perfect example of a failure of a team to support the man with the ball at all times. Lou Platts now. 6 metres into South territory. Sheens has been doing some good work. Wolf giving Dan a chance to run to the 22. Bouncing up quickly to be tackled again 20 metres out. Penrith now have got a very deep back line, if we can see it quickly on the wide shot. It's so deep that it stretches well back to the halfway line. And a chance here for Greg Mackey. It'll be interesting to see which way Danzy rules. He'll say play on now. And 6 more tackles as Rod Wright turns a brief period of defence into attack. Fenton, held by Metcalf. Podgy is standing at the moment. Well, he's going into dummy half, and this will be a penalty to South. Danzy indicating that the ball was to be played, and his instruction.
But at this stage, anyhow, they've been well contained by the Penrith defence, and Penrith can consider themselves unlucky to be trailing by 5 points to 3. They've pressured the South Sydney line on many occasions and gone close to scoring at least 3, haven't they?
Coleman. Metcalf. Good work by Metcalf. Rampling getting it down for Arneal to give it off to Brown. Inside the 22, defence converging. Oh, he beat Kevin Dan and got a pass in field, but I think he's dropped it. Dan Loftus. Loftus has put it down across the line. Oh, that would have been a beautiful try.
Yes.
And still South lead by 5 to 3. 2 minutes from the third break. Platts. He quite easily get a job on stage at the old Tiv with that expertise in juggling. Foster. A switch of play for Platts to go to the right and give it to Fenton. A beautiful fend and a lovely step. And he's still going. He's 25 metres into South territory. Podgy chased by Ken Wright. Oh, and caught and dropped it. A scrum to go down 12 metres away from the South Sydney line. Well, Kenny Wright, you may well have ensured a quarter-final spot for the defending Cup champions with that tackle.
Their attack form, I feel, if they are going to win this game.
Foster. I thought that might have been it. I thought that might have been Domino. Hambley is hooking for South. Platts pulled down by Greg Mackey. Podgy 3 metres out from the line. Penrith now looking to ensure a quarter-final spot. It could be coming. Tim Sheens will play it 5 metres from the line. Simmons, a long ball to Foster. Held by Coleman. That man going underneath is Mike Carberry. Look at the strapping on his leg, would you? Carberry, he's really taped up like Cardigan Bay. Fenton, a metre from the line. My goodness, what was trumps there from South Sydney? He sometimes goes unnoticed, only because he's that short that he's below the level of the grass. He's so tiny. Levy to play it now. 15 into South territory. Foster. Up goes Tim Sheens again. Danzy ruling South back on the 5. Foster again. Shaping to kick and then taken by Greg Mackey. And a penalty. Well, here's a chance for Penrith to equalise. Greg Mackey not getting off the man tackled. Henry Dan 32 metres out. He's missed it, I think. Yes. No, he's got it. By golly, that must have been close to the upright. Maybe the head-on camera captured it. 5-all. South
Work themselves into a position to attempt a field goal.
Foster.
And they come up with possession.
Goodness gracious, this Simmons has won some ball. What's wrong there with that South Sydney scrum? Somebody once said maybe the hooker hasn't got any legs, but who is the hooker there now? We're told Hambley hooked for one, Rampling for another, and now Marcoux is hooking. Maybe it was meant for Marcoux to go into the game originally when the hooker was brought off, and not Carberry. That couldn't possibly happen, though, surely. Dan, the shot for goal! Yes, he's got it! Penrith leading by 6-5. Well, the old cup countback. Wouldn't this be a spine tingler? Hambley. Now, where's Kenny Wright? He's deep. Just outside camera's range. Just outside the 22. They'll wedge it towards center ground. Setting up right. There it goes. He's got the drop in. It's a goal. Oh, so sweet. Beautifully executed. A minimum of 150 tackles in the first half. But here's this differential for Penrith. Well, they're taking it, they're giving Kevin, well, I thought for a moment Kevin was going to try and kick it from 35 metres out. Why the name of goodness
Why would
they
he
would
do that?
I don't know why they wouldn't have found touch, taken the tap, taken the
Just
tap.
run straight across field.
But they could have taken the kick for line, found touch, then taken the tap and maybe fed it back then for Kevin Dan to have a 25-metre shot at goal. No drama. But they just...
He could have got done within 10 or 15 yards from the line with the breeze behind him and from where he was.
Anyway, it's Tim Sheens with the ball now. 12 metres out from the south line. Well, what the name of hell's happened here? He's ruled that he's lost it getting up. The siren has sounded, and Jack Danzy has called it a night. 6-6 the final score.